Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's not so much a gameplay video, but yesterday I got the Rhea SD card reader for the Sega Saturn. What it does, it helps you pretty much kind of saves on using your CDs as much. You can use them as backups. You can put them on SD cards if you know how to rip them the right way. Of course, I got Tomb Raider, Virtual Racing, couple games here and there, but basically this video is just to show you how easy it is to install it. Again, this is the Rhea version. There's another one called Phoebe that is for later revisions of the Sega Saturn hardware. So I'll show you how to do it real quick. Just a little quick little fun fact. I got this on eBay. This was manufactured July of 1995. Right there. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, I bought this broken off of eBay. So the laser, can't think of it. But the motor, laser, whatever, wasn't working. So anybody out there who thinks I am taking apart a perfectly good Saturn, no worries. This was already a broken unit. So what I already did, I already took the screws off of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it apart. This is particular model. It's got like underneath here, I don't know if you can see it, there's like a little ribbon, like connector, Molnex or whatever it's called, connector. What you want to do, if you have this particular model, you want to go ahead and pull that out. Get that out real quick. There we go. So that will free that up. And what I do is I just flip it over like this. I know there's still other connections here, but flipping it over, that'll kind of give me enough room to do what I need to do. So having said that, that is right there. That's over. So all right, easy part to do here. I'll show you the Phoebe unit, or the Rhea unit. This is it's a little board, so I mean nothing spectacular, but that's the SD card reader. And basically what it does, it's going to replace the CD drive pretty much. It's no soldering is required or anything, so this is completely reversible. So I'm amazed how easy it was to do. So so like I said, this was I've already installed this, but I'm gonna reinstall it here, kind of give you an idea. Also, I want to tell you about this. I got this off of 8-Bit District. It's basically like a little enclosure, and that kind of sets it in there to complement. You don't need it, but it complements the Rhea. So that way you can add, there's little slots there, you can sit SD cards in it, and that way if you plug in an SD card and pull it out, it won't flop and fall into the system and whatever and be rattling around in there. So I got this off of 8-Bit District. So it's a 3D printed little enclosure, kind of complements the Rhea. So I'll show you how that works as well. Basically, it's not that hard to do. Your CD-ROM, this particular model, you can see the power supply is on the top part. The website that I'm going to link, it tells you what models of Saturn are out there, so you get the appropriate Rhea or Phoebe. But this has got the power supply on the top and stuff, so I got the right version. So what you want to do with this particular model, all right, there's two connectors right here, so you just want to kind of pull those out. Try to be gentle with them. So that's out. Here's another one right here. You want to pull that out. That goes right there. So those two are pulled out. That's great, no problem. And you want to lift this up just ever so slightly, and you see right here that is a 20 pin connector. So that's Rhea. The Phoebe are 21 pin connectors. So you want to pull that out of here, the ribbon right there. It's 20 pins. So that's out. So here you are. Here's your CD-ROM drive. Like I said, I bought this off eBay, so it does not work, so we are good. I'm not taking apart a perfectly good system. So, you know, set that to the side. Maybe put it in a static proof bag and kind of save it back for whenever, you know. Also, there is the this little I guess you want to call insulation type of deal. It's I don't know, it's like a little, I guess it kind of prevents static or whatever from building up, or connector, I don't know. But basically what I do is I will unscrew this little part where it's connected right here. Just unscrew that, take the screw out, pull this little baby off, no problems, and then just screw this little piece right back in there. So, well, this is a magnet screwdriver, so screw that little baby back in there. All right, so halfway done there. All right, that's cool. Show you a little bit more right here. As you can see, you got a bare bones CD-ROM tray. All right, next thing you want to do, if you just got the Rhea, you kind of want to just kind of mount it here. They give you little pegs to kind of mount it the right way. I haven't used any of them, but that's how you would mount it. But here I've got the 8-bit district little enclosure, so what I will do is just mount that in right there. Kind of get the Rhea, mount it in, kind of slide it in there so it's nice and tight. You can see it's pretty sturdy right there, so no problems there. And what I want to do, what I usually do, or what I have done, because I've already did this, just take the little ribbon cable. It comes with one. They give you a ribbon cable in case you want to replace it, but I'm just using the same ribbon cable that came with the Saturn. So what I do is I just kind of bend it over a little bit, ever so slightly, and then there's this little port here to hook it into. So I just kind of slide this 20-pin connector in there until you feel it kind of snap in. Not snap, but kind of slide in there. So that is connected. You're good there. That is the Rhea 20-pin connector. And then this bigger, fatter little Molnix, I guess they're Molnix connectors, whatever. It goes right here in this little slot right here. You can see that. So that will just like slide right in there. Perfect, you got that. That's great. This little extra tiny connector, I've never connected it back, so, and it's worked every time I've used it, so I have not known any reason to use it, so that I just leave that dangling right there. Next up, there's the bottom part of the little 8-bit enclosure. So I just kind of set that over on top of that, and what that will do is it will slide into, little pegs will slide into this little top part of the Sega Saturn. I don't know if you can see it. Little pegs right here, and it will, when you flip it over, it'll just kind of fit in like a puzzle. So you have that right there. So basically you are ready to put it back on and get some gaming on. But you want to make sure you take this little connector, and as you're sandwiching it back on, you want to make sure you slide that back into the connector right there. That connector, make sure you put that back into the connector. So I will kind of open this and kind of hold it. That way it's easier for me to hold. So I will take this connector, and what I'm doing, I don't know if you can see, I'm connecting it back on. Let's see if I can get this in there. There we go. And it just snaps back in. So there you go. You got that reassembled. And what you want to do, just kind of hold this into place, line it up, and get it connected. And then right there, for the most part, if you got it, make sure you got it all lined up and everything. And yep, it looks pretty good. And that's it. That's the Rhea right in there. You can see it. A little hard to see, but right there. Let me see if I can get a little bit of light on it. But there it is. It's in there. It's in place. It's going to work too, because that's pretty much how you do it. There's no soldering required. So basically, there you go. And it's enclosed with that 8-bit district little enclosure. if you pull out your card, it won't like fall down into the system where you can't reach it. So that's what that is for. It's just a little extra accessory if you want to use it. But there you go. Pretty much that's how you install it physically. I mean, no big deal. I mean, I can't speak for Rhea if it needs soldering or anything, but I would imagine it's kind of similar, same way. But yeah, this is my, or sorry, Phoebe. If the Phoebe is pretty much the same way, probably, I'm assuming. But I've got the Rhea because I got an older model Sega Saturn. But for the most part, that's it. I mean, you take your extra parts and bag them up, anti-static bags, you know, save them back. And like I said, if you have a working Saturn, if you got one of these, and you've got an itching to use the actual CDs, this is totally reversible. I mean, it's not hard to do whatsoever. So I was amazed how easy it was. And what you do is, you know, all your Sega Saturn library, you know, back it up onto these cards. You know, set up the cards the right way so it can read it. But once you do that, you will have a backup of your Saturn collection. That way you won't be wearing out your CDs as much and everything. So, but for the most part, that's how you do it. Easy, easier than I ever expected it. And I tell you, these things sell out super quick. So the link at the bottom is the website that the gentleman sells it. And I definitely recommend it if you want to save wear and tear on your CDs over time. So yeah, Virtual Racing and Tomb Raider. I guess I'll be playing some of this a little bit later. But thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. And super easy. Just awesome. Take care, guys, and I'll see you next time.